Hi everybody. I ordered a grater on Amazon and it's by Mould King. This is what it's supposed to look like and I'm going to try and assemble it. Here's all the parts in the packages and here they are opened up and laid out on display. I chose a grater because it reminds me of my dad. He used to drive one before he became a pastor, and he even took me on a couple of his work days. So I got to sit in the cab as he plowed snow and plowed dirt and gravel. It was a good time. So let's see how this goes. This is something that I thought was kind of frustrating. It looks like out of this one package, I would be able to assemble the whole engine portion. I found this not to be the case. I had to open up and fish from all different kinds of packages just to get the parts for the next step. So what I did, and I thought this helped me quite a bit, was I separated the parts and I put them into different bins. So here's a bin for gears and miscellaneous parts, yellow bin, gray bin, black bin, there's tires, hydraulics, and I've got a bin for blue, red, and dark gray. Here is another tip that I found helps me. When there is a directive where it shows a lot of information in a small little picture, what I do is I take a photo of that picture and enlarge it so I can see the detail better. I thought this was really cool. It's a differential with planetary gears. If you're turning in the same direction, the whole thing turns. But if you're turning in opposite direction, that's what happens. Cool. Here's a view of the transmission as you're turning the axles. I've gotten this far. You can see there's a crankshaft over there. And some of the pistons coming through the head. And if I turn the axle, the pistons go up and down. Pretty cool. Here's something I found interesting. With this over there, you can change gears. This is neutral right now. Turning on the axle and nothing moves. The pistons aren't moving at all. But if I flip it that way, pistons are moving up and down. And then if I pull it this way, they're moving up and down faster. So it's a different gear. Pretty cool. I like this. I'm getting farther along. Here's where I started to run into some problems. There's the air tank or hydraulic system, whatever you want to call it, and the lines that are run from it. It's very confusing because some are shown from the back and some are shown from the front, and it just is unclear of where the lines go, and that is kind of what I ended up with at first. I decided to read on and find out what is going on after this. Okay, that's what it's supposed to look like. And if I have everything tucked in there, holding it with my hand like that, it seems to look okay, similar. But when I let go of the hoses, it's that. So I'm hoping that'll clear up somehow later on. But, well, we'll see how it goes from here. So now I got the engine part together with the double axles and the fenders. Yeah, I think it's looking pretty good. And again, this is how it's supposed to look in the rear. Technically, I'm not up to the wheels yet, but I really wanted to see what they look like. So yeah, they look pretty good. And these wheels, like, they're soft and pliable. And oh, the bead came off. I'll have to pop that back on. Yeah, but they look good. Nice. Okay, I have flipped this thing upside down and put in the gears that connect the double axles. And I put it into gear, and if I rotate, you can see it's turning the differential over here. And if you look in there, the crankshaft and everything is going. If you turn in different directions, it just operates the planetary gears there, and the crankshaft doesn't turn. That is so cool. So this is a separate component. It looks like it has some sort of shaft and universal joints and gears. Yeah, it's really cool. You can turn it from the top, and we'll see where this goes on the main unit. Okay, looks like I have the rear portion, the engine, axles, all that ready. And if you see right there, that's the shift lever. It's currently in neutral, and you can shift it into whatever gear you want. And I have the front portion, the cab. That part is done. And if you turn on this part, the steering wheel turns. So what I thought before was a drive shaft is actually the steering, and it'll come out over here, and that'll hook up to the front wheels. Really cool. Okay, following the directions that were probably a little bit too unclear, I've got this for a cab, and it looks really crooked. So I'm sure that I did something wrong. So I'm gonna have to take that whole cab apart and redo it and make sure that I got the right parts in the right place. Okay, I'm confident of a couple of things. That this part over here and over there and over there and over here, that part I'm confident is all done according to the directions. What I'm having trouble with is this part is supposed to attach to here and here, but they don't line up. And I've gone over this, and I'm confident that's done correctly as well. So I'm at a bit of a standstill here. I'm gonna try and figure out what is going on and what I can do to get this resolved. That looks much better, doesn't it? I think I found the problem. I misinterpreted this directive over here and over there and over here. I thought that I should insert this gray kind of shaft all the way in, but in the red panel here it shows that there should be a gap. So that is what I've done, and you can see it inside there barely. So I've left the gap, and now these two studs fit on there quite nicely. So problem solved. Now I can move on. Well, now that's starting to look a lot like a grader, isn't it? Got the front part attached to the engine. So a little bit of a pivot point over there. Okay, let's see how it goes from here. Well, I found another error that I did. I was looking for a piece like this, and I didn't have it. But I had this one, it's the same size, but the holes are different. So I had that up here, and so I just replaced it, and now I got the correct piece for there. Something to watch for. So the grater is upside down, and this is the front end. There we go. Turning the steering, and it turns the shaft over there, and that turns the wheel in the cab. Okay, so I got this part built, which is that. Now, how does it get attached to this, which is right here? This part here slides back and forth. Okay, so I guess I'll have to take a photo of that and enlarge it. Okay, got it. Piston moves back and forth. You know what? I think that should be in there. And then this would move back and forth too. So maybe I don't have it. I'll be right back. Okay, that's better. And that will be the blade. Well, here's one. I was so focused on trying to get that stuff together correctly, and let's see, there. It is in there correctly, except it isn't, because I put the whole blade in upside down. Anyway, I guess I'll have to fix that now. Okay, have a look at this. There's the front blade, cab, engine, hydraulics. It's actually pneumatic, but hydraulics coming out the back. Yeah, and once you put the wheels on, it really looks like something. And I would say I'm probably done, except for the fact that I've got extra parts. So I don't think that's supposed to happen. Plus, this thing is a pump for the pneumatic, and it's supposed to do something, and it doesn't. It's supposed to like move the blade back and forth and sideways, and yeah, it's just not doing that. So I probably did something with the airlines, so I'll go over that. And while I'm going over everything, I'll check to see where those go, and I'll bring you back later. Still, looks good, right? Okay, I'm bringing you back to the, well, hydraulic pneumatic area here. You can see definitely from this pump over there, that blue line runs right to the tank. So, okay, I have that. I got that established. What was confusing me is this, that tank, it looks like it's facing, because of the part over there, this part of the tank, looks like it was viewed from this angle here, as you can see. But although it is from that angle, I have my grater upside down, whereas that tank is not upside down. So what I found helped me was to take a photo of this and then do a reverse shot so I could route the lines better, because I was getting all confused with what is upside down and what is left and what is right. So I got the stuff set up, and I'm going to try it out. Hopefully it works. Okay, I got you set up in a stand here, and I'll try and reach across and do this the best I can. Here is the pump for the air, so you'll be pumping that. There's 3 switches, one on the left side here, one on the right, and then one on the top in the middle. And they're supposed to operate different things on the blade. Okay, let's give this a try. I'll start pumping air, and I'll see what this center switch does. Okay, do you see that? It moved the blade to the left. When I have the switch to the left, move it to the right, the blade moves to the right. Cool. Okay, I'll put it in neutral over there. Then I'll try the left side switch. Right now I can't see that it's doing anything. I may have to pump more air. Let's see. I don't know, how many pumps does it take to change something here? Okay, maybe that is all the way where it's supposed to be. I don't know. Oh, yeah, it was all the way up. And now I switched it down. So the blade is all the way down on that side. And I'll see if I can put the blade all the way down. Yeah, whew, it lifts the front tires right off the ground. That blade is down. Okay, so it looks like I got hydraulics going. Put both of them up and the blade runs up. Nice. That is so cool. All right. Blade to the left. All right, so I got the hydraulics going. And as far as extra parts go, I haven't missed anything yet. So maybe this thing is actually done. Let me know what you think. A little update on my grader. I cleaned up the hoses in the back. I ran them above the tank instead of below the tank. And I think it looks much cleaner, neater, and everything still functions perfectly.